We'll be live tomorrow, Christmas Eve. The lightest schedule usually of the year, one of the lightest. That and the Major League Baseball All-Star break are generally the lightest sports schedule days of the year. Usually Christmas Day is super light as well with just the 5 NBA games. But you know what? We got 4 college basketball on Christmas Day this year and all Big Ten games. And then we also have NFL football and college football on Christmas Day. So actually, it is a good Christmas, and we're gonna have a bunch of other sports throughout the weekend. So it's actually just tomorrow will be the light day, and so what? It's Christmas Eve. You deserve a light day once in a while. I'm pretty ready for a little bit of rest. I've been cranking out the videos, and thanks to everyone that's been hitting the thumbs up on those videos and liking it. Be sure to hit the thumbs up and like our show. But we got a lot of ground to cover, so I'm not going to filibuster like I normally do. I'm going to bring in the guys. Brian, morning. Chris, Rod, morning.
Morning.
We got, the trio of just really good stuff going on today. We got a lot of NBA games. We saw the NBA season open last night. Pretty much exactly how we called it. I mean, which is pretty amazing. The Warriors, just the exact same team that we saw last year, losing by 30. They were down by 30 to 40 the entire game, dressed it up to mid-20s by the end. But it was just, that was the layup. And then, the Clippers, I gave that out as in a video pick, and so I didn't give it out as a premium because I gave it out as a video, and I thought it was going to be the tighter of the 2 games, and that's why I did that. And I wanted to give out at least one, for free, and I got hammered in the YouTube comments all day long, and I think maybe one person came back to apologize after the game. But so what? We be cashing. Brian, what do you got today?
Well, a winning day yesterday, back to winning as I like to do. One of the top handicappers last 30 days. Number 1 in college football, get my 5-pack day. All 5 picks, $50. 3 NBA, 1 college football, 1 college basketball. Pickdogs.com.
Is it your
wait.
Is it your
And don't forget, the multi-day passes, you get that free consensus report. So anybody here or anybody in the site, get a 7-day plan. And then you get a 7-day consensus also.
Yep, that offer almost up, right? We're at the 23rd, so we've got 8 more days to jump on that. Brian, it's Brian's proctologist 5-pack. Puts on the gloves.
Pure profit 5-pack.
Check your oil, sir. Chris?
Just as long as we don't throw the extreme violator in there. For me, destroyed the books yesterday, 7-2 in college. We're going to look to build on that again today. I got my Whale Bet Wednesday college hoops, 5 of my biggest and best bets of the week. Also got my advent calendar special from yesterday. Got a $25 NBA bird cage up on the website. Or you can get it all part of my Wednesday full court press package, $50. Or Pick Dogs Premium, you get the college hoops, 5 games there, 3 games in the NBA, as well as my Wednesday night bailout game, $50 over PickDogsSportsChatPlace.com Premium.
Rod.
For me, I got What's Up Wednesday going off here. What's up? What's up Wednesday? What's up Wednesday? What's up?
I love that.
Off a nice sweep of yesterday's hoops action, going 4-0. With 2 college, 2 NBA. Looking to keep it rolling today. I got 5 basketball plays, 3 college basketball, 2 NBA. Don't miss out on this huge opportunity. We're going to slam dunk the books.
And a combo total in a pear tree.
Yep.
How many games you had today, Ron?
5. 3 college, 2 NBA. For what's up?
I got a ton of games again. So I'm excited. Always the longer term packages are where the deals are at.
How many is a ton?
9.
Ooh.
I've had 9.
You kicked ass yesterday.
I've had 9 3 of the last 4 days. So I was 7-2 on Sunday, 7-1 yesterday. It was Saturday was something similar to that too. I think we had a push on Saturday as well. So it was something like very similar. But I'm not going to sit there and talk about yesterday. I'm going to talk about what's going forward. And I just, like I said, when I'm putting out a lot of picks because I'm trying to I think most people, because they see me do all these videos and they see me, they see all the free content that we give, that the bulk of the people that buy my picks are looking for a lot of picks, picks on.
I think there's a ton out there today.
A lot of different games. There's a ton out there, and I always say I don't have a set number of games that I bet, especially when you can do it throughout the day. Like I have a morning 3-pack and a late 3-pack. So it's kind of like same thing that I did yesterday, except now there's 3 NBA games. So yesterday I had I comboed the 2 college football games with 1 NBA game. So we had Nevada, BYU, and the Nets all were one package. Then what I did is I had an early college basketball 3-pack, which I apologize to everyone that bought that 3-pack because I took Charlotte and they were -1, and instead of just taking them on the money line, at -115, I gave it out as -1. So hopefully, I know a lot of people wrote to me and said that they won. They took them on the money line. And so that's good. So they got a credit, and they won. And then,
Who was Charlotte playing?
Charlotte was playing George Washington.
Yeah.
There was a foul in that game with 2 seconds left, and they did not call it. The guy stole the ball, and they tackled him, and they didn't call the foul. That's it. It's college basketball. It's going to happen. So I was 1-1-1 in the early 3-pack, and then I had a late college basketball 3-pack, and that was a sweep.
How many NBA games do you have today for premium?
3.
3. I have 3 too. I'm coming for you today.
Yeah, I have 3 NBA. They're all picks that probably most people don't have. So if you're gonna buy my NBA 3-pack, you're gonna be like, "Man, you sure?" I think it's that kind of day because I have to say I said yesterday that the Sharps were gonna get pummeled, and I believe they did. For the most part, I think it was mixed. I think it was a mixed bag yesterday.
I went 3-2, so it couldn't have been too bad.
Yeah, but when Iowa, pounds Purdue like that, and Kansas wins like that, the books aren't going to do it. The books where they made their money back was the Lakers, right? They made all their money back on the Lakers. The thing is that the Lakers will make you all your money back for the whole day and then some. I mean they have a knack of doing that.
It used to be a big money thing fading LeBron. Last year was a little different, but.
Oh no, we faded LeBron all the way down to the final bucket last year, except the last game I took the Lakers, but we faded them all through the playoffs. They got covered on. They won those games, but they didn't cover anything. Anyways, we've got the Cavs and the Hornets tonight. The Cavs +2.5 in this one. I think both these teams are heading in the right direction. Brian, anything going on? You guys want to cover like 4 at a time here with the NBA, or you want to just go through?
Yeah, we'll do whatever you feel like it. But in this NBA Cavaliers game, it easily could have been a premium pick because I see everybody betting the Hornets. I can't figure it out. And
Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, that's what they got.
If I could add an extra premium, I'd probably go with the Cavs here and just go money line on it because I don't get the heavy Hornets action.
I don't understand it either. Chris?
Yeah, I'm with you. Two young teams. I might as well go on the side where I'm getting the plus money and I'll take Cleveland with you guys. I like Cleveland as well.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Give me the Cavs here at home. A lot of people are all enamored with this Hornets team. Well, give me the Cavs.
Got the Knicks and the Pacers. This one is tough because I could see the public action on the Pacers and the line dropping, but this is still the New York Knicks. They just look like a mishmash of players still, And it's like, I don't know what we're going to see. I think the Knicks are going to be better than what we've seen from them recently, but what does that mean? Brian?
I see the total sitting around 212, and it opened at 214.5. I just think that's still a little bit too high. I think these offenses will be a little slow out of the gate. First person to 100 wins here. I'm going to go with the under.
Chris?
Yeah, I struggle with this. I'm going to go with the under as well. I think it's a low-scoring game. I could easily see it being 95, 93, something like that. So give me the under.
For me, I like the Knicks in this spot. I think that's too many points. This Indy team's got some injuries to kick off the season here. I think the Knicks keep this closer than the points. Take the Knicks and the points.
I think this one is looking smack on the number. This is one of those ones that makes you quit betting. You got Orlando against the Heat. This one, super public side here on Miami. It looks too obvious, and that is usually bad news. I love the Heat, and we won so much money on them. I mean, I basically won the NBA capping title for the site last year with the Heat. But this is where you see Senior Square taking a trip to Disney.
I'll tell you what, I'm all over Orlando.
Yeah, with the points.
Miami's coming off of that great season. People are going to be betting them heavy.
Miami's going to win. Miami's going to win the game. They're just not going to.
This is usually a tight game. It comes down to who has the ball last, and I'll take the 4.5 and Magic all day. So.
Too square, right? Because we just
Public's
saw
going
the
to get
Heat.
pounded right
We just
behind.
saw the Heat battle LeBron, missing like guys and everything, and Jimmy Butler staring them down. Right? It's like I love it, but it's like this is one where the Heat take it in the last 5 minutes type game. Chris?
Yeah, I'm only going to stick with the Heat just because I've already placed a bet on them this morning. So, but I can see where the points would come in handy for the Magic. But I think the Heat win this one by 6. So
anything. So Rod and Chris, anything here like with home openers? We see a lot of home dogs tonight. Okay, a lot of home dogs. And, I know there's no fans in the stands, but it's still a home opener. It's still a home opener.
Yeah.
But we see a lot of home dogs tonight. Rod, what do you think here?
For me in this matchup here, I'm leading the Magic too. These teams battle. It's the Battle of Florida, and it's always usually pretty close. Comes down to the last shot usually. So yeah, give me the Magic. I'm with you guys. Give me the Magic and the points here.
I would love the Heat at 2. I don't love them so much at 4.5. Even at 3, I like them better than I like them here at 4.5.
Well, yeah, because at 3, I think you get at worst you get a push.
So, right.
If I saw 2, I would think, oh man, they really want you to bet the Heat.
No. But it's. I mean, I don't mean now. I meant initially.
Oh, okay.
Initially. Which is where this thing opened and moved. In the 3 range. That's you're not betting where it is now. You're betting you're betting the number you have now, but it's like you're betting the number. You're not betting.
You bet the number.
As a dumbass once said, you're betting the number. Anyways, 76ers against the Wizards. This one looks like they're begging you on their hands and knees to take the Sixers. I mean, the Wizards, is there a more out of favor team than this? You want to talk about vanilla milkshake? This is like when you put the chocolate chip cookie next to the oatmeal cookie and ask the kid to take a cookie, right? This is like, it doesn't even make sense to me. This line should be 11.5, 12.
Well, for me, I usually like to start out a season a little bit slow, not too many picks, but there's just so many NBA games I love, and the Wizards are another one.
Yeah.
Sixers usually start out slow, and I don't see them covering a 7.5 point spread. I would take the Wizards all day here. I love it.
Would you feel better about the Sixers at 12.5? Because they have been good at home as far as winning games.
Yeah, I'd feel better at 12.5.
I'd feel better about them at 12.5.
But there's such a heavy public presence on the Sixers.
Yeah, there always is. People love the Sixers.
I have the. Hey, we didn't give out our futures predictions. I have the Sixers win the Eastern Conference.
That ain't gonna happen, Chris.
Well, we'll see.
That ain't gonna happen.
That was quick.
Sixers against the Clippers in the NBA Finals this year.
Just send me the money. We'll give it to the food bank.
With the Clippers winning, Clippers win the NBA title this year.
We gave a really nice donation to the food bank yesterday for pre-Christmas, and then we're going to give another one at the end of the year after, when the YouTube settles up with me. I wanted to make sure that we gave something before Christmas, because the amount that we were giving, when you get past like $2,500 or whatever. It feeds, hundreds of families. So it was like, I wanted to make sure that they had it before the holidays because so many people they just didn't have the years that we had. So it's like, we had 5 months where I thought, we could be done, where I was ready to sell my house. So I we're fortunate that sports came back, We're not going to take that for granted. But anyways, speaking of taken for granted, the Wizards usually taken for granted. Of course, John Wall is gone, and Russell Westbrook is there. Chris?
Yeah, but I think Russell Westbrook's going to want to make the most of his opportunity with his new team, and I think he's going to come out and I think triple-double right off the bat for Russell Westbrook. So I think he puts his game in his hand and takes control. I'll take Washington. I even think Washington. I'm going to put a little bit on the money line for Washington as well.
Russell Westbrook is greatly misunderstood. He's a guy, the fans and the community love this guy wherever he plays. They love this guy. This guy, it's like he makes a ton of money. He gives a ton of it back, man. Tons. Probably.
That was an odd trade, wasn't it? Who got all the draft picks in that trade? Did Washington get draft picks and West?
Well, they got rid of John Wall. That's a massive contract.
Yeah.
John Wall, we'll talk about him in a little bit. Rod, who do you like here?
I like the Wizards. I'm with you guys. This is way too many points. It just seems a little fishy. It should be at least Sixers by -10 or something here, but and everybody's enamored. It's just because the Sixers they only win at home. I think they win this game, but not by that many. I think they win by 4. So give me the Wizards plus the 7.5.
People love the Pelicans. Zion Williamson, Mr. ESPN, right? They love the Pelicans. This one, line dropper, down from 4 to 5, from 5 down to 4. Of course, Toronto not playing their games at home, and they are traditionally a really good home team. But now they're in Tampa. Will they be able to carry that home court over to Tampa? That's one thing. And the other thing is, I think the Pelicans are a team with a really bright future. I just don't know if it starts in game 1 against the Raptors. That's the issue here. Ryan?
Yeah, another game that could have easily been a premium pick. I could actually get 3.5 at bet 365, but for me, it's the Raptors all day. Public loves the Pelicans. The public loves Zion Williamson, so give me the Raptors at home. I think they win by 6, 7, 8, something like that.
I understand the Celtics got their championship with that Anthony Davis, but I think the Pelicans long-term won that trade. Brandon Ingram's a star. It's the picks, and Lonzo's not bad. He's better in this role outside of L.A. than he was as the Lakers with all that pressure on him. Here he's kind of, the third or fourth. He's considered the third or fourth best guy. There he's like, you're the number 2 overall pick. That's now long forgotten. Meanwhile, Ingram was the number 3 overall as well, right? So, and it's like, how come he never had that kind of pressure on him? Because he didn't have the father that ball has.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over here. I think 2 high-scoring teams. I think we can easily see this one go into the high 110s, low 120s. Give me the over here.
For me, give me the Raptors here. I know this isn't their typical home opener, but they're returning a whole lot of guys, more than the Pelicans are. The Pelicans are going to take a few games to gel, to get together. And Toronto's got 4 of their top 5, or 4 of their 5 starters are coming back from last year. I think they jump out and ready to go. Jump out to an early lead and cruise to a win at the end. Give me the
future
Raptors.
is seriously bright for the Pelicans, but it's just like Rod said. I think it's just a little early here. There's the NBA. The future is bright. The Suns, the Pelicans, Memphis. There's some good up and coming players and teams out there, but man, the public, they just get on this sneaker deal. It's just like, it's insanity. Speaking of insanity, the Bucks are 4-point favorites against the Celtics in Boston. What does that mean? Brian, the Celtics were the last home undefeated team last season.
Yeah, I'm all over Boston here. The bigger bettors are back at Boston line. I'm a little worried that the spread's going up a couple points from where it opened up, but I'm pretty comfortable. I think Boston wins outright, but my main bet will be on the spread, and then I'm gonna sprinkle some on the money line here. Boston Celtics.
69% of the bets in the sample on Milwaukee, 37% of the money. That is usually a death sentence. Chris?
Yeah, I'm on Boston as well. I don't get it. I think Boston is just as deep as Milwaukee, if not deeper. Outside of Giannis, there's not a whole lot going on in Milwaukee. And I like Jason Tatum. I like Jaylen Brown. I like Kemba Walker. I like this combination. So give me Boston.
All right, we get it, Chris. You like men. Rod.
A veto.
For me, no Walker going to start. No Walker in this game. For Boston's big. I think the Bucks come out and win this game one. I know it's in Boston and it's game one, but we're not sure we're going to get. I think the Bucks come out and make a statement here and take this game. If Walker was in there, I'd lean the Celtics to hang in there and hang. But I like the Bucks here. Give me the Bucks. I'll be Mr. Filet-O-Fish with the square patties people over there on this game, anyways.
What's up?
Yeah, what up? What's up with the Bucks?
You got the Bulls and the Hawks. I really like the Bulls in this, and I kind of kicking myself for not making this a premium. Got more on in the comments, but I really like the Bulls here. We haven't seen a healthy Bulls team in a long time. I mean, we haven't seen them have, you go down the rosters, Mark, and it was hurt, right, for like forever. It's like, but no one has longer term injuries outside of John Wall than the Bulls. It just seems like one guy gets healthy, another guy goes. It's kind of like the Mavs, right? It's like the two top guys. Like one guy's hurt, no, they never play together. They're on the same team. It's so weird, right? The Bulls have been that team, but the Hawks, you guys know. One thing about me, you guys like me or hate me, man. I'm consistent as hell. You don't play defense, you don't see any of my action. And this is how the Hawks play defense. The Matador.
They're not going to need defense tonight.
Okay.
Now, for me, this is a premium pick for me. I'm going to give out the $3 list. I love the Atlanta Hawks tonight. They're gonna come in and stomp the Bulls. I don't like anything about Chicago.
Surprised on that one because
Trae Young's going to have a huge game, 40 points.
86% of the money here in a 50-50 action game.
That's worried me a little bit.
It should.
I think I might have picked the wrong
whole
I think I should have went with the Cavaliers as a premium and subbed out the Hawks. But I like the Hawks. They're going to win tonight.
Your Chicago Bulls.
Bulls getting 2 points at home. I don't know. Hawks are a playoff.
Jordan's going to go off. It's like, okay. Chris?
Well, the Hawks were banged up last year, but they still managed to go 3-0 against the Hawks and won each of those games by at least 20 points. So it's going with the same thing. I'm going to take the Bulls in the free bucket at home. I think they win this one outright.
Your Chicago Bulls. Rod, you going to go for a consensus here against Brian?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Give me the Bulls here at home.
I'm going to write it down.
I was going to say, here comes the circle pick on the sheet. Circle pick, double underline.
Well, I don't have a premium on it. So I mean, I like the Bulls, but it's like I would like to see Brian win for a change.
If I could go back and replace it, I'd take the Cavaliers. But I do like the Hawks a lot tonight. But I like a lot of games tonight.
I like a lot of games too. I'm not going to give out 16 picks or anything, but
I got to keep myself under control. So.
I like a lot of the games.
We'll see who's right tomorrow. I'll make fun of you if I win.
Yeah, just keep it on the DL. If you do.
I like the comments always where they tell you like somebody's out. You know, it's like I have ESPN. We'll go back inside my living room one day, and I'll show you guys my TV wall again.
You can almost just look at the lines and can tell if somebody's out or not. You don't really even need to look at the injury report.
I knew Draymond Green was out last night. I mean, I said it in my video that Draymond Green was out. There was like 8 comments, no Draymond. It's like, yeah, I freaking said it in the video. I said Draymond Green's out. It doesn't matter. And it was the Rockets against OKC. John Wall is going to play in this game. John Wall is going to play. Daniel LaRusse is going to fight. You think John Wall makes it through the first week of the season? I mean, this guy can seriously play. You put him with, I mean, if he's healthy and he is John Wall, the Rockets won that trade. They won that trade. He is the guy, man. He is the man. This guy can seriously play. You think because they took away his shoe deal, that's what got him healthy? I just don't know.
I'd rather have Westbrook, honestly.
Than John Wall? Westbrook is probably a better one-on-one player, but John Wall is he's serious business, man. He's one of the top players in the league when he's healthy. Remember him at Kentucky? Unstoppable. And he had, teammates, too. And the thing is that, he knew how to get the ball to his teammates. And it was like, oh, man, John Wall is the real.
The problem with that guy, he stubs his toe and he's out for a week.
I was going to say, he needed a new shoe deal so he wouldn't slip and fall on his house again.
I mean, he's not out for a week with a stub toe. He's out for 3 years.
Yeah, for me in this game, I couldn't really get a feel on the spread. It's the one game I really didn't like at all. I'm going to go with the under 224.5. It opened at 226. People betting the over. They like to bet over with the Rockets. I'll take the under here.
I don't like this game either. I'm going to lean towards OKC with the points just because I see all the turmoil going on with Harden throwing the ball at his teammates, and I think there might be a little bit of dissension there. And game one isn't where you really want to have that, so I'm leaning towards OKC in the points, but it's probably going to be a no play for me.
Yeah, for me, I lean Houston. I think they just got the experience and they're getting a paycheck, so I think they'll clean up the ball throwing and come together and get a win here in this first game. There's just too much experience in the Rockets. I think they win this game by 10.
I like the Rockets. Without Chris Paul, I don't think the Thunder can do the things that they did last year. Got Memphis against the Spurs. World on Memphis. You guys know what that means. I'm on the Spurs. I just think Memphis is another one of those teams,
You confused me last night when you said our source was on Memphis. I thought you meant this game, and here it was college football, I assume. But I don't mind taking the Spurs. I really like them, and I think it's super value. For me, I'm looking at the total. It seems high at 231.5. I think they want you to stay off the over, so I'm going over. I think it gets to about 250.
Chris, you think Paul George earned his paycheck last night against the Lakers? You think they want another piece of him? It's like the Clippers' schedule play Lakers. It's like, is Paul George playing? Because I want any part of this shit. He was so mad at him. It was like, right? He played like he really hated their guts. Like there's some people I really hate, and that's why when I don't feel like doing the videos, I don't feel like doing the stuff. It keeps me motivated, keeps me going, because I want to just keep pounding the hammer. But I could see Paul George have that same streak in him last night.
Oh man, yeah, I think he earned it, but I'm gonna go with San Antonio here as well. Both teams are banged up, but I think San Antonio's going to come into this one a little bit more healthy. I think Greg Popovich is the guy you want to give extra time to have his players prep for a game. So I'll take San Antonio. I think I'll take them on the money line.
For me, I'm with Brian. I like the over. The overs cashed 10 of the last 12 of the Spurs. I think we're gonna not see as much offense. A lot more offense in this game than we are gonna see defense. I think Memphis is. Well, they got a few injuries early in the year. Jackson's out. Winslow's out. But it's early in the season. Watch for this Memphis team later on to make noise. But for this one, I like the over. Give me the over.
I like the Spurs. We got the Pistons against the Timberwolves. Like I said in my video, I know the Pistons are one of the worst road teams in history, but I am not laying 5 points with the Minnesota Timberwolves anytime soon. They're going to have to prove something to me first.
Well, I see it at 6 right now. That's way too.
Brian, did you still think Andrew Wiggins was going to compete there with Kevin Durant last night?
I like Wiggins. Honestly, I didn't watch a second of that game. I wasn't interested at all.
How about Kevin Durant? Do you think he looked a little rusty?
Well, we'll see. It's one game. I think the Nets finished 3rd or 4th in the East.
It's amazing. It's like he doesn't even try to get a rebound, and he gets the rebound. It's like he's running back to the other side to play defense, and the ball hits him in the hand. It's like it's ridiculous. He might. Yeah. I mean, maybe I haven't given him. I always was a big Kevin Durant guy. I always thought that at Texas, them not winning when they had him and Tristan Thompson, I mean, was one of the biggest travesties in the history of college basketball. But maybe I don't even give him enough credit because I think he's might be better than I say he is. I mean, ridiculous.
It's only one game. We'll see if he stays healthy.
Well, he also has got an MVP in the championship, so it's not just one game. He also has like a career's worth of stats like that.
In the Minnesota game, I'd never lay 6 points with Minnesota. I think if you're going to bet the game, you got to take the Pistons and the points here. I think they keep it relatively close. Both teams are crappy.
Kevin Durant might be my new favorite player. I have like a list of like 20
You're a Kevin Durant fan.
Kevin Durant's on it. I never liked him like as much as I think. I never gave him as much credit. Now I don't like the way he went to the Warriors that were already a winner after he had already assembled his team at OKC, and he could have won with those guys. He could have won at OKC with the team that he had, but he wanted to just jump right on a winner. It was like I didn't like that. I thought it was kind of like. Because that was his team. He had built that team at OKC. They would have won a championship easily. I mean, look at all the guys who have gone through OKC recently. Anyways, Chris.
No, I'm with you on this one. I'm not laying points with Minnesota. No shot. I think I'd lean towards the over if anything, but or Detroit with the points in a small lean. But yeah, no shot with me with Minnesota.
It's one game. The guy averages 27 points per game in his career. It's like he averages 27 points per game, 1 block a game. I mean, it's ridiculous. He's a big man that shoots almost 90% from the line, 88.9% from the stripe. I mean, freak-ish. The guy's 38.1% from beyond the arc. He's 6'10". It's crazy. I mean, 49.3% shooting percentage. Rod, yeah, it's just one game.
No, we'll see if he can keep up his former All-Star status for the entire season. I'm not sold yet.
It's true. Last time he played a full season, he only averaged 26.4 points per game, so he was slightly off that 27 career
mark. I struggled with this one. This Minnesota team down the line is definitely going to be real good this year, I think. But it's going to take some time to gel. And I think Minnesota's bad thing. They're not going to have a great defense. I like the over in this one. Take the over. Not so much defense going to be played in this game.
A lot of suck factor in this one. Got to get moving right along to the Nuggets and the Kings. The total in this one is set at 225.5. I like 260 in this one. Brian?
Yeah, I agree. I'm on the over as well. I don't think there's much advantage on the spread today.
Yeah, there's too many guys that can score on both teams. Chris?
Yeah, I wasn't going to alternate total this one, but I could probably go up to 240. Maybe not 260, but I go to 240.
263 and a half.
That's my fighting. That's my fighting weight.
Yeah, with you guys, give me the over here. Definitely going to see lots of buckets in this game.
Got the Jazz and the Blazers. And two guys that really did it up in the bubble were Lillard and Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, I like that he was so mad when they lost that Game 7 to the Nuggets. I like guys that are mad when they lose, man. It's like it hurt, you know, and he was like, I don't want to feel this again. That's how guys win championships, you know. That's how it happens. If he doesn't win it in Utah, you watch, he's gonna want out.
Yeah, he'll want out this year.
He'll want out because it's like he wants to win badly. Should. He's a great player. Favorite Donovan Mitchell was this rookie year in Utah. 4th of July, he didn't know anybody, so he sent out a tweet asking where the party was, and he showed up at someone's house at their party. They had pictures of him playing volleyball in the pool with everybody. It was on Twitter.
Nice.
Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards Portland here. I mean, Jazz had a great playoff run in the bubble, but this is in Portland, never an easy place to play. I'm going to lay the point there with the Blazers.
I'm going to go on the under here. Total's already dropped 3 points. I could see this being a 106, 104 kind of game. So give me the under, 226.
Rod?
I'm going to lean Portland here in this. I'm going to put $60 on Portland. Win this game outright. Portland money line, game 1.
Got Phoenix against Dallas. No Porzingis in this one for the Mavs. Suns were the best team in the bubble.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with the Phoenix Suns. I think they're going to be the most improved team in the NBA this season and make the playoffs. Yeah, give me the Suns in game 1, money line.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Suns as well. I'm excited to see what Chris Paul's going to do alongside Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. I think that's going to be a great team to watch this year, so I'm on Phoenix as well.
I'm still looking at Durant's numbers. He's one of the best 15 players in the history of the game. Rod?
I like the over of this one. Not too much defense going to be played here between Dallas and the Suns. Give me the over.
Hard to believe.
Lots of buckets here.
Hard to believe he was taken second. Hard to believe it. And let's go to college football. 2 games tonight. Or one this afternoon, one tonight. Georgia Southern and La Tech in the Arnell Carriers New Orleans Bowl. This one used to always be Southern Miss against ULL, but not today. Georgia Southern against La Tech. Brian.
Big money guys on the total here going under. I am as well. Dropped from 52 to 48.5. I think it's a 45, 44 point total. So give me the under.
Chris? Ground Chuck here with the Georgia Southern. Less than 5 passes per game.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take Georgia Southern. I just really liked how that Eagles offense was clicking in Sun Belt play this year, and I think they're gonna run all over Louisiana Tech here. So I'm gonna take Georgia Southern. I think they win this one by a touchdown, 24-17.
You do the Feast of the 7 Fishes over at your house? Or the
At my father's side, we do the Feast of the 7 Fishes.
All right.
I eat 0 of them.
What time should I be there?
Let's see, 4 o'clock.
Romanelli walked me through his.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Ron apparently is already at my grandmother's house helping her cook up the soup.
Romanelli's grandmother's been cooking for a month for this.
Oh yeah. Oh, the seafood bill? Oh my God. About that long. It's ridiculous.
One of my favorite traditions. I'm not even Italian.
I'll freeze some and I'll send it to you.
We do it here. Believe me, we're doing it here.
You're an honorary Italian.
Oh, believe me. I just make the sauce it's just a place to dip my bread. Rod.
You talk with your hands enough to be Italian. You're fine.
I dip my bread.
See? There you go.
I dip my bread. I'm a bread dipper. I'm not going to
Name
apologize.
caller, bread dipper.
I'm not going to
It's on his
apologize.
business card.
I'm not going to apologize for it either. It's like my wife will be like talking to someone. I'm dipping my bread into her plate.
You gonna finish that?
It's like I don't even ask.
He's already about
I don't even ask. I don't even ask. It's like talking.
For me in this game here, I'm going to go with Georgia Southern as well. I think they win this by at least a touchdown or more. La Tech has just been brutal in yards per play. There's only two teams worse than them. They the third worst in yards gained, averaging 4.1 yards per play. Only Kansas and UMass are worse. So give me Georgia Southern. I think they run over La Tech here.
I like the under. I think we're not going to see a lot of possessions. I think La Tech's defense is going to be in trouble here because their offense, if they can't keep the Georgia Southern offense off the field, it's going to be a long, long, long day. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Throw us a like, man. Greatly appreciated. It costs you nothing. Helps us a ton. I see we've got 963 people watching. We've got 241 likes. That math just not adding up for me. Anyways, let's get to our next game. Memphis against Florida Atlantic. Once again, I like the under in this one too. I just think that, this is not the same Memphis team that we've seen in the past. There's no like Darrell Henderson on this team, scores every other play.
I really like Florida. I really like Florida. Atlantic easily could have been a premium bowl pick here. I don't understand how they're 9-point underdogs. I
really like them, or like you want to marry them like them, or you
I like them.
kind of want to cuddle
I
up
like them a
with
lot.
Brian wants to cuddle up with the Owls.
There's no way this can't be a 7-point game. So give me the 9 points in the Owls today.
Chris, you feeling all snuggly with the Owls, or Brian or something?
I'd rather snuggle up with an owl than a tiger. I'll tell you that much. I'm going to go with the Owls as well. Memphis 0-4 against the spread on the road this season, even in a neutral field. It's still not their home field. So I'm going to take FAU with the points. I think Willie Taggart's got this defense dialed up for Memphis, and I know I wasn't high on him at the start of the year. I know I was going to get a lot of flack for it, but I'm a believer in Willie Taggart, and I like this Owls defense. Give me FAU and the points.
We got light juice on the 9s and 8.5s now on this game. Rod?
For me in this one, yeah, we got to go the Owls here. That defense is just too good. I'm with you on the under, too. I think the Owls and the under are the play here.
I'm on both of those. We go to college basketball. And once again, man, college hoops really, moving these conference games up, what a schedule last night. What a schedule, man. And then it's like I was just the team I was most surprised yesterday was West Virginia. They just didn't even show up, in that game.
Yeah. I was very surprised.
Didn't even show up.
Yes.
They never got off the bus. I was shocked. And how about Oklahoma, man? It's like I figured that I knew that line was right in there. It was just right there. That was the game where people won and people lost. Some people won in that game, and some people lost that game, and some people pushed. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains. UNC Wilmington against Delaware State, Notre Dame against Bellarmine, St. Peter's versus St. Francis. New Jersey Institute of Technology against Rider. It's all about Jersey in that game. Creighton against Xavier. Oregon against UCLA. Brian, anything in that time slot, do anything for you.
I was a big Bruins supporter at the beginning of the year, but I'm starting to like them a little bit more now, and I'm seeing tons of money coming in on Oregon. For me, give me UCLA plus the points. I think they have a chance to win it outright, but I'm going to go with the points for safety.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take Notre Dame against Bellarmine. I just think Notre Dame's going to be the better team. I think this is a spot where they could probably get a much-needed win heading into conference play. And I'm with Brian. I like UCLA. I was hard on Mick Cronin, but I'm starting to realize maybe this UCLA team is better than I was giving them credit for. So give me UCLA and give me Notre Dame.
Rod?
For me, the only one I like in this spot is UCLA. Give me UCLA over the Ducks. I think they beat the Ducks here today.
Yep, UCLA's starting to feel it, that's for sure.
We have a lot of consensuses today.
George Mason against Towson. Grambling against Southeastern Louisiana. Northern Colorado against Idaho State. This is a back-to-backer. Idaho State covered yesterday in a 5-point game. Ohio State minus 2.5 against Rutgers on the move. Washington State minus 18 against Northwestern State. 3 games in 3 days for Northwestern State. Seton Hall against Georgetown. Tennessee, South Carolina, upstate. You got, anything in that time slot?
I said how much I love the Rutgers at the beginning of the year, but in this game I'm going to go with Ohio State at home. I think they need to get a win. They need to do it over a ranked opponent, so I'm going to take Ohio State minus the 2.
You're a traitor.
Turncoat. No, I'm gonna stick with Rutgers here. I know Rutgers can be top heavy with the talent on their lineup, but I just think they're the better team. Ron Harper Jr., Montez Mathis. I really like this Rutgers team against Ohio State, so I'm gonna take Rutgers. I'm also gonna take the under in Northwestern State, Washington State. I don't think Washington State's not a team that scores a lot of points, but I think Northwestern State on tired legs against a suffocating Washington State defense, I think that's an under all day. So those are my 2 for this time slot.
Rod?
For me, I'm with Brian. I like the Ohio State here at home versus Rutgers. I think they're just in a little bit over their head. I think Ohio State shuts them down and gets the win and cover. And give me Tennessee over USC upstart. I think they blow them out, win that by 50. Give me Tennessee.
They have been blowing people out. It's crap at Tennessee. Yeah.
And give me Georgetown. I think they keep this closer with Seton Hall. I think Seton Hall wins by like 6, not 9.5.
I like Rutgers in that one. I think they're going to bust them up. This is the team with a chip on their shoulder. They're the best team in the Big Ten.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I'm going that far. They're the best team in the Big Ten.
I mean, you have Iowa, you got Illinois, you got Michigan.
Michigan sucks.
I love
They're
Rutgers.
so
I think I said Rutgers makes the final 8, Elite 8.
They're the best team that I've seen so far in the Big Ten. They're going to bust them up. They got a chip on their shoulder. You always got to worry about teams
I got
like
a chip
that.
on my shoulder.
Oh, Rufo's got a bag of chips on his shoulder, but
Bag. I got.
Well, then you
I
can
got
get
my-
an owl and he'll eat the
Snacks.
chip off your shoulder. Don't worry.
It's like,
Or a
it's like,
pear.
I'm looking for a ketchup chip. I got one right here. I got a chip right here.
I almost sent ketchup chips for Christmas.
Butler versus Providence. Pepperdine versus Bakersfield. Marquette against Villanova. Penn State against Illinois. BYU and Weber State. Romanelli with the pronunciation on Weber State. Iona. Brian, that was the recruiting trip to Iona against Coppin State. We'll just stop there.
Oh, there's so many games I like at this time
Yep,
slot,
me
so
too.
I'm gonna pick out 2. I like Butler a lot. I know they played like crap, but the smaller bettors are really back in Providence big. The bigger guys are going with Butler. So give me the Butler at home, and I also like Marquette over Villanova. They're a weird team. Marquette is. They've beaten Wisconsin. They've beaten Creighton. I think they have a chance to beat Nova. I'm going to take the points.
Also, the thing that we've seen about Villanova this year, who's probably going to win the game, is that they spot the other team a tremendous amount of points. Like Marquette will be up probably by a dozen at halftime. And then Villanova, they reel them in a hurry. I'm just not sure they can reel them all the way in. I mean, how many Villanova covers have I had? We've all, anyone that's bet Villanova knows this. We've had the cover where the guys had to make both, and he makes both. It's like we've had a bunch of Villanova's the team that you want. That where it's like if the guy needs to hit both, you're okay with Villanova because they have guys that hit both. But it's like this team isn't going to give you that. They're not Georgetown, right? They're not going to give it to you that easily. I think that's one that I'm not going anywhere near with my money. I'll bet it with Ruffalo's money, but with my money, it's an insult.
I think Penn State might be a live dog too at home.
I think as the number goes up, they're more of a live dog for a cover. I didn't like it at 3, but at 4, it's more attractive for sure.
That's it for me.
Chris?
The 2 I like this time slot are, Brian said the smaller guys are on Providence, so maybe that's complimenting my T-shirt. Maybe it's like making me look more slim, but I like Providence. I just like how, which I've talked about. I like how Ed Cooley's probably already coached this game up for 2 days already. He's probably already sweating through his shirt. So I like Providence, and I'm leaning towards Pepperdine against Cal State Bakersfield. I just think it's going to be a close game, and if you're giving me 2 teams in a close game, I want the team that's going to make 85% of their free throws, so I'll take Pepperdine.
Everyone knows I'm an Ed Cooley guy. I'm a little worried about this one. Rod?
Yeah, I like Providence too, but I lean Butler in this one. I think this is a letdown spot for Providence here today. I like Butler. I like Pepperdine over Cal State Bakersfield. I think they win that one by 10. And I'm going to go Illinois to cover the 3.5. Get on that now before that hit. That's just going to rise, that number.
I see 4s. But that's just
because the 4s are starting to pop up everywhere. It's about a mix. I see 3.5s and 4s.
I like Bakersfield against Pepperdine. Pepperdine's played worse and worse every single game. Bakersfield's playing better and better. Bakersfield has a shutdown defense, which everyone knows I love. So I just think that this is too many points. I think this is a game that's 5 or less, and I think it could go either way. We talked Marquette Villanova. We talked Providence Butler already. I just think that those are. I think this is a great fan slot. I don't know about betting slot for me. I just think there's too many games that are right on the number. It's like when I'm betting games, I'm not looking for something. Well, I like at one point, like I said about Illinois, Penn State. It's like I like, Illinois at 3, at 4. I kind of like bet. It's like that's not the game I want to bet. I want to bet the one like Liberty yesterday, where it's like, are they going to win by 40 or 45? It's like I was like, or Drake. Right? It's like, is Drake going to win by 70 today, or Bradley against Missouri? Right? It's like. How in the hell is Missouri favored by a dozen in this game? It's like they barely won. They barely won. I mean, they got so lucky. A foul with no time left on the clock. I mean, how do you foul after the buzzer? How's that even possible? The game's in Missouri. It's possible. Indiana against Northwestern. St. Louis, the Pelicans up against the Roos of Kansas City. DePaul finally making it to the hardwood here. 0-0, taking on the Leathernecks of Western Illinois. Utah State against San Jose State, the rematch, part 2. Boise State against New Mexico, and we regret to announce the Air Force Utah Valley State game has been postponed.
Yeah, for me in this slot, I'd like Utah State in Game 1 versus San Jose State, but in this one I think I'll go with San Jose State. In the second game plus 21.5. Like, it's hard for teams to cover back-to-backs, so give me the Spartans.
Anything else?
But I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree. It is hard for teams to cover back-to-backs, but not when you're playing San Jose State. This is this team,
exactly.
Yeah, this San Jose State team is horrible. I'll take Utah State, laying the 21.5, and I'm gonna take St. Louis. I really like St. Louis at home. I know the numbers will keep going up and up, but I that's not going to scare me. I like the Pelicans at home against the Ruse.
The ruse. It's all a ruse.
For me, I like give me Northwestern to keep riding their upset win. Come in here to Indiana and keep rolling. Give me Northwestern plus the 8.5. I like Utah State to kick the snot out of San Jose State again. Those are the two I like in this spot.
I'm going to say something about DePaul. I don't really have a call on the game, but I think something that we need to watch for this season. So last year, their coach was in a contract year, and when they renewed the contract of the coach, all the players went into the transfer portal. It was like they had a chance to get out because the team collapsed. Remember, they beat Texas Tech early in the season, and they were rolling, and then they got into conference play, and the coach just coached them out of games. And they had a good team. And when they re-upped the contract with the coach, the entire starting, like anyone that was relevant on the entire team transferred. They had more transfers out than any other team. And it was the day they signed that contract. They all hit the transfer portal, which is something that, you never used to be able to do in college sports. So be on the lookout for DePaul to get rung up a bunch this year.
Well, I mean, that's been the story, I think, of DePaul.
Well, last year they were good. Last year they beat Texas Tech. I mean, Texas Tech.
No, I know. I'm saying they start out well, and then once conference play hits, it just takes a nosedive.
Who asked you?
Who asked you? Because I have a friend that's a diehard DePaul fan. So
he's obviously a fool, and he's obviously a fool, and he lives a miserable life.
Lived one since 2006, which was their last winning conference season.
It's like, Rufo, what the hell's the matter with your friend? He seems a little bitter. Lifelong DePaul fan. Man, I don't know. Utah State maybe. Iona. Just I come for the game. I leave with the chicks. They own a cheering section. It's like, how much did they pay you to be here? It's like it's like best halftime entertainment in college sports. Iona. It's like Rick Pitino's coming. It's gonna be some halftime. All right. What's the parlay, Chris?
Okay, so for mine, I'm gonna go with Utah State. Just had it. Under in the Northwestern State Washington State game, and Rutgers.
The promo for the code for spread knowledge is Mitch, MITCH. Rod, what do you got?
I got two for you. I got an NBA one, and we'll start with the NBA one. I'm going to go with the Wizard plus 7.5, the Knicks plus 8.5, and the Rockets -8. And college basketball, we're going to go with Northwestern plus the 8.5, UCLA plus the 2.5, and we're going to go Tennessee over USC upstate minus 33.5. I see it at.
Brian?
I'm going to go Butler plus the points, UCLA plus the points, and Florida Atlantic plus the points in college football.
I'm going to go with UCLA on the money line and Rutgers on the money line with Northern Colorado against Idaho State. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. It's been another great day. Tomorrow, we have a light schedule. We're still going to be here. We just keep showing up.
Just one game, mate.
Yeah, but we'll find something else to talk about. We'll just mock our competition for 45 minutes. We'll just talk bad about other people on Christmas Eve for 45 minutes or so.
Isn't that what the purpose of the holiday is?
Pretty much. Yeah. It will be the airing of grievances.
You got to air grievances.
We'll dedicate 8 minutes to the Iceman.
When are we gonna have the feats of strength?
Eight minutes for the rest of us.
My 8 minute Brian's 8 minutes on Iceman's documented picks.
Iceman had the Lakers money line yesterday. I can guarantee it. Minus 150, probably.
I would love to know, but I don't want to give the websites that he's on the click.
That sounds like a pick that would be one of the.
Thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great 23rd. I'm going to the optometrist. I'm going to get some glasses. I can't see anything, man.
The proctologist?
I had this great idea about 2 years ago. It's like to fix my eyes. If you look at the old videos of me, I always wore glasses. And I had this great idea 2 years ago. I'm just going to stop wearing them. I'm just going to stop wearing my glasses. I can't see anything. I can't see this computer screen in front of me anymore. So I gotta get some glasses again so I can start seeing things. Have a great day, everyone. Of course, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow.